We've been looking for something for a while that would help our children get involved in learning in the outdoors, especially since the new curriculum 2014. We're looking for something that's local and something that is creative, something that covers many aspects and different subject areas in the curriculum. We chose Year 1 as a class to be involved in the project because we felt that coming up from early years where everything's very open and creative and children are learning through play a lot, that maybe as they move through the school, creativity and learning outdoors was maybe being lost. So we felt that the project, and especially the fact that it was based in a nearby park, was the perfect opportunity for children to carry on being creative and learning the outdoors.
At MK Gallery, we're really interested in forming new partnerships with our local schools and communities and seeking out ways that we can use the wider Milton Keynes landscape as a platform for experimental and meaningful creative learning.
Outdoor learning is crucial because it's learning in the real world. I mean, yes, a classroom is the real world, but it's a lot easier to sort of screen out the rest of the ecosystem within a classroom. Whereas if you're in the outdoors, there's so many incidental things happening, and it's a lot more about relationship and the unexpected, and it's about responding to what's around you and what's in front of you. Whatever bird flies past, whatever tree is growing at that time of year.
So today, Holmchase School joined us at Howe Park Wood, and we worked using natural pigments and tools that they'd found from the woodland setting. So they went off on a walk and they collected twigs and leaves and feathers and all the sorts of things that they might normally be encouraged not to handle. And we brought them back, and following a bit of a discussion about their project experiences and the sort of key sights and sounds and feelings that they'd shared, worked with the pigments, beetroot, spinach and various coloured slips to create big experimental images out on the grass.
Happy and excited. I felt really nice outside because it's been lots of fun and I've been like getting lots of messy. Happy.
Why do you feel happy?
Because my tongue smiles.
I think the most memorable moment was when all the children were able to use the plaster of Paris to make moulds of animal tracks in the wood, because I think that was the time where they were taking note of the different nature and animals that had been around in the area, using a new medium that they hadn't used before in a different way. They were all involved and really eager to find the best print and to be able to make it into the best piece of plaster with the mould on it. And in the meantime, during the various stages where they had to wait for drying and things like that, they were able to climb the trees and go and look at other children's work and discuss things with the adults that were around. And I think just that moment felt like lots of different things were happening all at once and in a positive way.
You get to have loads of fun there and you get to touch mud and stuff. Because I get more fresh air than inside. So the clouds can go in my body. And we get to sit down on the grass and it's all sunny.
I mean, in terms of the general shape of the project, what we started off to do was to get out and explore and then give the children ways of noticing and to notice what they notice. So to really start to situate and locate themselves within the specifics of this place. And then from moving on from there, it's about noticing what they were interested in and then building on that. So if we noticed that they were particularly interested in printing with the mud because it was really wet, then we'd look at what artists use printing, what artists use their body, and then build on that really, session on session. So it's starting off with a similar approach, but then trying to follow the children in the direction that they are interested in going.
I was doing a picture and I done an angel and I done had painting and seeing the pond and seeing things in the forest. It's where we're going into the woods. I like that because there's loads of water and we get to jump in puddles.
First of all, even taking the art part of it aside, I think they've really gained from being out in the local parks in different seasons because they don't often get the opportunity to do that, and I think they've really learned in a new way by being outside quite a lot. Secondly, I think they're gaining a bigger experience of what art is rather than just being a classroom sketching and painting thing. I think they've discovered that art can be virtually anytime, anywhere with anything, so I think that's something that we'll keep speaking to them about at school and something they've learned from the project.